It's a birthday candle. Make a wish. Wishing wells. Only phantoms? The lizard is back. Why is this lizard like the only like consistent like conversational partner I've had maybe like since like maybe high school? Hello. Perfect. And why is it perfect? Because I say it is. That really do be how it works with these alternate tunings. You really just, I realize that you really just can't be that this is the freak crack patty where I'd give a dog a bone. Where's my pick? Where's my pick? Here it is. What the fuck is this? A bead. Huh. A silver and white bead. Yeeted. There's this song I learned in Girl Scouts because, by the way, I was also a Girl Scout. In case you were wondering. Oh boy, was that Calabasas bully bait is what I have to say. My God, those girls were mean. Like, they were awful. I've never to this day encountered a child that, like, fucking awful to, like, another human being. These three girls. We'll call one Terabithia, Rhinoceros, and Lamp. That will be her name, and somebody will think that's funny. Oh, I miss that person a lot. He has the same name as Rhinoceros. Ooh, rest. I hope he's doing. I really have not thought about that person since an ultimate frisbee frat house. All right, let's do this. Hope you're well. If you ever come across this, please make art. What did those three girls do? Oh, they literally like came and found me and like started like circling me like sharks on my first day of Girl Scouts. And I was literally just playing hopscotch. I'm in fucking second grade. I'm goddamn 8 years old. And I'm so excited about Girl Scouts because I loved all of the badges and patches, honestly. Mostly I only picked what badges I would like do the work for based off of what they looked like because I don't know, I loved the symbolism of it all. It was like emojis before emojis, but you put them on your body? Excuse me. I was never a brownie or whatever. Or I was a daisy. I was a daisy, but I skipped the brownie situation and I bridged to a junior. So I just went from daisy to junior. And then I don't know what the fuck happens after that, but I was not involved. Did I sell cookies? If I did, not well. I sold, well, actually, I really don't know the answer to that question. I wouldn't know if I did it well, because I had absolutely no feedback growing up during that time that was positive in my home. So I really, like, I wouldn't have known to notice it. And that's kind of how it is with a lot of things. So, like, sometimes I feel like I'm really impressed with something I did, like, years later or months later. And I'm like, I did that and I thought it was bad? Why did I think that this was bad or, like, unimportant or, like, just, you know, like, a fucking receipt from the grocery store? Why am I treating, like, my music like a receipt or my art like a receipt from the fucking grocery store? My fairy tales, my writings, my voice, my everything. Because receipts from the grocery store are all that matter. No. Now they do in my life, and I've worked really, really, really hard to allow myself to be okay with that without having a panic attack every day. Although sometimes I wouldn't say panic, but I experience the whole range and field of emotions pretty much every day. And I keep looking for new ones. Or, like, different combos. It's kind of like the idea of, like, you know, a jazz jam band, but, like, they're all your different emotions. And then you can, like, find weird combinations and patterns that, like, unlock what is known as the 14th octave, if you know anything about star codons, or Osiris. Star codon astrology is what I mean. Time for the first time and it was 7:28, which, like, normally I look at the time and I'm like, oh my god, this is such a long video, like, nobody's gonna watch this, like, why am I doing this? Like, I could be, like, making something more valuable to, like, share, because there's a lot of, you know, in between time. But maybe you're just breathing with me. I guess this do be kind of how live streaming is. I don't know how Clav does it. Well, actually, I feel like I know exactly how he does it. So I take that back. But by that I mean I respect it, because I understand the nervous system math going on. I get it. I'm here for you. Or anybody. Well, not anybody. Definitely not anybody. How authentic are you? And how loud are you in that authenticity? How curious are you? And how wild are you with what you're willing to seek in discovery? Honestly, don't comment. If anybody would like commenting, like, you don't have to like, I would appreciate it if you did comment something, just because sometimes I can't tell if people are, like, proud of me or they want me to, like, continue doing what I'm doing. So sometimes, like, emojis really, really, really help me. Or, like, a link to another song in the comments or anything like that. Like, if you just want to comment with another link to a different thing, or, like, a random article or your favorite book, anything. Or a string of emojis, or both. You don't have to say anything nice to me, but maybe you can share something with me that's meaningful to you right now in your life. And then it's like a equal give and take. So if you share with me something that you're excited about or that's meaningful to you, that's, like, got you, like, really jazzed up, like, that's what I want more than anything. It's just people excited to be talking about what they're talking about, and excited to be sharing it with me, and excited to be feasting on whatever it is that I have to share. Like Thanksgiving, but also not really, because, but this is not an elementary school history lesson today. Ooh, na 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 na. Look what they've done. Look what they've done to my soul, my oh. Look what they've done to my song, look what they've done. I think I really need a cigarette. But for some reason I refuse to roll one because it's the same reason why I see how long I can hold my pee, because that's just like how I challenge myself at this point when I'm alone. Hi, Scooby-Doo. Where did you come from? Where did you come from, Mama? Where did you come from? Mama is a term of endearment for like Mother Earth in my head. And it's something like baby or like sweetheart. Something I could say to anyone. I could say it to a guy, but I'm not like, oh my god, hi mama. No. Oh my god, mama. Like, no, not like that. Not like that. More like mama. Like, look what they've done to my soul, mama. It's more like how you would imagine somebody in like the South would say, mama. That's kind of where it's more from. Probably the Carolinas, if I had to guess. South Carolina. It's probably. Or Georgia. We could be picking up on Annie. Annie Abbott. My absolute favorite ancestor for now is, and honestly it's been sustained like this for a while, is Annie Abbott. She was not a musician, but a magician. She could put an entire elephant on her finger. She performed all over the world, and with Houdini. I've always wanted to go inside of that Houdini house because I just feel like, what if my great something whatever grandmother had sex in that house? And I like, sometimes I go into people's houses and I literally see like the most like emotional echoes like that have happened. Like I'll just get like a little clip of it, if you will, kind of like when you're scrolling on your For You page. I've had that happen since I was a child. It used to be scary, but then I went to a hypnotherapist and I was chill about it. I was a little bit more chill about it. Or like, I understood that like, essentially I would see people's inner child like experiencing like a lot of fear. And so what I would do is I would just imagine, like I would, instead of trying to block, you know, the like scene I'm being shown or whatever, instead of like blocking the Instagram account or the channel, what I would do is I would imagine like crayons in my hand or like watercolors, mostly like Crayola crayons, a box of 64 of them. And I would color the walls or like a paper or anything white in the room with the kid, with whatever child. Like I've seen some like crazy things. Like there's this one like thing that I saw from the South, and it's like, we're in a black community, and it's like right after slavery, like right after they got let into schools, and like it's like all almost sepia toned, but like there's these bright reds, but like not really red, more like scarlets, and then like it's just like very linoleum is the only way I really know how to explain it, but it's mostly yellow, like an old yellowed film photograph. And like there's just like this little black girl, and she's like wearing like a little, this was like the first time it happened to me so intensely, and I was just like, okay, how the fuck would I know what this is? And I was like in elementary school, and like I remember praying about it and like crying, and like I'm pretty sure this is connected to that one time I saw Jesus when I was like 7. Was it real? Was it imagined? I don't know. I hadn't slept in 4 days. Nobody was home. I was sobbing. I had school the next day. I had to walk up the hill, the Lupin Hill, from the Malibu Canyon apartments, or maybe Esmeralda's dad actually probably took me. He was the maintenance guy, or the maintenance, like head of maintenance at my apartment complex, and his daughter was my age, and we were like best friends until she moved away. But she was like the only like Mexican the Mexican girl at our elementary school, and then she moved away. But then Andrea came in 4th grade, like 2 years later. So, and of course there was always Robert. We love Robert. Robert was my first boyfriend. He also produced Dear Greenie and Silver 47. Shout out Roberto. Okay. I'm very proud of those songs. And I remember it all started with a file called Jenna Montana. Because I was like, I want to be Hannah Montana, please. And he was like, you probably could be. And I was like, really? Why are you encouraging this in me? You think really? And here we are, years later. And it all started with me singing a song to my dying plants on a Calabasas. It's called Avalon now, but Archstone apartment complex on the balcony. I was singing to the plants to come back to life, mostly because my friend had just died, and I was trying to maybe more sing to him, but also sing to myself and sing to just all the people I cared about that were unalive, I guess. And yeah, the unalivers, the ones that were dead. All shout out to my fallen homies. No, but I was trying to sing to the plant to see if maybe if I sang to my friends too, they would survive. All it takes is one song, one recording, one TikTok. Am I right? Sorry. That one I meant to do though. Okay. Whenever I like do something like that, I go mom. But like, is it good that like my reflex is like, it's like whenever I fuck up, I'm like, oh, this feels like my mom. This feels like how my mom feels about me. And I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm not perfect, but also in no way, shape, or form have I ever once even a little bit tried to be perfect at anything ever. Because I think that that's stupid. Why would you want to be perfect at something that somebody else can already do, that they've already discovered? Like, why would you? I don't understand it all, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not worried about AI, like, replacing me. Oh my God. No, I am not, is what I have to say. I'm absolutely not. I figured that one out in, like, 8th grade. That's crazy. Oh my heck. Sorry. I don't know if somebody else shared a thought with me. It was crazy. In no way, shape, or form am I chill right now. My body's just like alchemizing some environmental things right now. Welcome to the volcano, baby. Welcome to the jungle. I have an ex-boyfriend who was in fuck, what's that band called? Guns N' Roses. Sorry, I don't remember it anymore because now it's triggering to hear because that ex-boyfriend's trying to call me. But it's okay. I forgive him. I understand why. Well, forget, like, but that doesn't mean I want to be alone with him. No. Because my voice is kind of, an extension of me. It's how I touch the world. It's how I sense the world. It's kind of more of like an echolocation. So when I can't see things, or when I don't know what's going on necessarily, I'm able to like use I love foliage. I don't know what I'm talking about. Doesn't really matter unless you like really care. Comment the timestamp. I will respond. But yeah, I would love to know what your favorite emoji is right now. And like, if you're somebody that I know, or like, if you feel weird about watching this, don't be, because I already know. Now, because I've watched back everything, I've reviewed a lot of the game tapes, and so now I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There is no way I could have been talking to anybody else in that moment. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why the fuck would I be doing that? And I'm like, well, if I accidentally drop an inside joke with somebody else multiple times throughout a thing, then I just like look at all the different things that I did, and then I like see what it is that I'm trying to communicate, and then I think about all the things that I left unsaid to them. And then I think, oh, this is me saying what I never got to say. Let's have a conversation. And sometimes people respond. The other day it happened mid-filming. I literally opened Instagram and I clicked open while I was in the middle of a review of liquids, and I paused before the juice. I went outside to smoke. I just scrolling Instagram, just like, you know, trying to get some dopamine and like an inspiration, honestly. Mostly a sign, like, give me a sign, give me, baby, one more time. My loneliness. Oh yeah, but the first video on my explore page was literally somebody that I know going, I'm making juice for her. And I was like, I'm about to go review juice. And we were both in the kit. It was, honestly, we've had a lot of things. That's happened a lot. But like, I almost felt weird about this, but I literally don't fucking care. Oh, I don't care at all. Because I think it's kind of fun to make that one individual like angry. No, I don't. But like, I don't know. I'm a safe person to be intensely erratic or emotional with, I guess, because I don't know, this one time, like, I literally watched this girl who had multiple, like, dissociative identity disorder, like, but she was like on a bender, and I was just like at her house, and like I met like all these beautiful like things inside of her, but like some of them were very suicidal. So I just stayed awake the entire night. I did not sleep, and I just like whenever she wanted to be held, I would like let her come and like lay on my heart, or I would like just whatever. And so I just like watched it all, and I just held space for it. And like I feel like I made a friend out of one of them. I really like them, but then also I almost got that shit beaten out of me by the protector one. So that was a lot. But like, because of how much like I genuinely like, I was okay, I was fat, I was loving about it. Like, I don't care if somebody has, I mean, honestly, I prefer people that are like societally unwell, because to me, I'm like, well, if the system is broken and you are thriving in it, I'm like, ew, you're like at the bottom of the evolutionary like thing, because like, not ew, not if you're thriving, that's not what it is, but like a lot of, if like, I mean mentally, like health wise, like if you are conforming, if you fit in, like if you've conformed, if you're not, there's nothing, weird about you or like, huh? If there's no madness to you, it's not that there's anything wrong with you. It's that like, I wouldn't know what to do, if that makes sense. I just wouldn't know what to do with like, mostly like anybody who's like, I don't know, weaponized therapy speak has like really become very popular because people want, you know, to get fucking like engagement on their fucking like Instagram metrics, and so they're like using words that they don't even like really truly, it's not that they maybe know the definition of the word, but do they understand the word? Have they, like, for me, like labels and identities and stuff like that, any sort of like diagnosis or just anything like that, diagnoses, like, I don't think that you should be trusting somebody on your like Instagram For You page for those things. But that, like, and by that I mean like quotes, like for setting boundaries, like any of those like accounts that are just posting those things are literally just posting things to trigger intense emotions in you so that you then stop and consume it. And if they are not triggering intense emotions in you that like you went on your phone to be feeling, and it doesn't feel good necessarily, I wouldn't say that like, I don't know, I used to get a lot of things about like narcissists and narcissism and gaslighting and stuff like that all on my For You page. Like I was just being fed it because, you know, I was like a girl in college and like I had gone through a breakup and like I was just being fed this shit. And it's like, luckily for me, like I have a very, very beautiful relationship with words, and it's like, you know, they use these words over and over and over again, but nobody is using them from a space of like, hey, I've genuinely like been through a situation like this. I mean, not nobody, a lot of people are, but it's like the only, like, yes, those like fucking things get you metrics, whatever, they get you likes because it's like, oh, I want like people to see that I liked this, or like, oh, I'm supposed to, it's literally like, it's a fucking like, especially video gamers, anybody who's gamers and stuff like that, like it is literally an involuntary reflex for some people, like, and yes, oh yes, lots of fours, but like I watch somebody who I will call number 4, like anytime like there would be like any sort of like anything that like is slightly sexual, like they would literally like, they wouldn't even look at it or read it yet, like they didn't even realize it was happening, their thumb literally just muscle memory. And I was just like, well, and that's when I started to think a lot about the way that the porn industry, like, this whole thing. Fucking January was a wild month, but a very creative one. I never thought that I'd do so different then. I find a way. If you open up your mind, see it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time to realign. sun moves, I have to frame so that we do not get frame mugged by the sun. Just kidding. Oh. See, the thing is I was born on a blood moon lunar eclipse, which also happened to be a blue moon, like once in a blue moon, because it was the second full moon of the entire month. And there was so much electricity in the air because it was at the peak, or 33 minutes after the peak of the lunar eclipse. And it was a blood moon, so it was fucking red as all hell. But it was technically a blue moon, but the blue was metaphorical and symbolic. And it was in Aquarius. And it was on the Strip. I was born on the Strip. And the Strip, literally in 1999, no place had more electricity going on than the fucking Strip on a summer night. In the middle of the night, 1:04 in the morning, there was literally no greater concentration of electricity anywhere else in America than, like, right there. Like, bright flashing lights, like, all of these just fucking noise, too, sound. Like, I bet the sound, like, I bet Vegas literally... I mean, not only can you see the lights from, space or whatever, but, like, Vegas literally, I love Vegas. Because it's so... Nobody's trying to, like, make a temple out of it, if that makes sense. It is for freedom. To an extent. Of course, they hijack it sometimes, and they're like, oh my God, I'm going to sell you this freedom to do whatever it is you want to do. Sin City, baby. All these pleasures everywhere. But the thing is in order to maintain your freedom, you must be in tune with your body and seeing and maintaining a sense of, like, oh, do I feel free while I'm doing this? Just because you felt free doing something 2 weeks ago doesn't mean you're going to feel free doing something today. But it's important to test it out. Like, how is this making me feel? And, like, continually finding new things to, like, test your feelings again. Like, some, like, people who, like, are alcoholics. I think mostly the problem is that they're literally only drinking. So that much alcohol, it's literally just a fucking, like, muscle memory at that point. You're not drinking because you want to be drinking. You're drinking because it's a muscle memory at this point. I experienced that with apple juice. But, like, actually, I fucking love apple juice. I don't even know what I'm saying about that. I think I experienced that with goddamn fucking drinking and Mormonism, is what I have to say. I don't really drink that much. It's not that I'm not willing to. It's just when I'm drunk, I have to be very, 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 very careful about the people that I'm with. Because I can be, like, I can just feel everything. I remember in college, I would literally, like, at house parties in college, I would pull guys into, like, an empty room or whatever, and they would think, and I would be, like, blacked out drunk, so I don't really have a lot of visuals, but I can hear everything still, if that makes sense. Like, when I black out, like, I can still hear everything, but, like, or when I used to black out from drinking so much, oh my God, I'm thinking about how much Smirnoff has been in my body. Okay, it doesn't matter. But, oh yeah, I would pull them into, like, a room, and I would literally start, like, mermaid singing to them. Like, I don't know why. I would literally, like, but it wasn't, like, and sometimes they would be crying, and I don't, like, really understand what would happen, and then, like, I don't know, nobody ever brought it up to me, but I can remember, like, so many fucking times when that happened, especially, like, freshman year, first and second semester, but it wouldn't be, like, I don't know, I would just go, like, woo. So it was almost like I was trying to, like, echolocate them, or, like, find the coordinates. Not coordinate anybody, not control anybody, not move anybody, not arrange anybody, not try and develop anything. It was more I was just trying to understand the coordinates of where they were. I call it triangulating for wonder. And it's essentially when you use a paradox, two different extremes, two different ends of the scale, to find what's going on there. That makes sense? So you just find two different opposites that seem related or associated with the thing that you're looking for, and then you can just kind of, like, but it's so much more than that. I'm like, Mike Sabbath, where are you? You are the only person I sent all of that information to. and my dad, but let's face it, he'd be vacationing right now, and he deserves it, I think. No, he definitely does. He'd not be vacationing right now. I don't know what I mean by that. He's just having fun. He's healing. He's in love, and he deserves to be. It's nice to see one of my parents. I mean, that's a Freudian slip. Okay, thank you so much for listening to all of this, if you did. And I love you, probably. I mean, I don't feel anybody that I don't love right now. But I don't know if I've ever... Fuck, I figured out how to, like, feel chill with Osama bin Laden the other day. And by that, I mean I made an elaborate skit about it all. And I found a way to, like, laugh. And, like, I don't know. I just think that, like... I think that Osama bin Laden was in love with Pamela Anderson. This is one of my conspiracy theories. And that Bush did 9/11, but like Osama bin Laden was just trying to write a love letter, you know? It was a deranged attempt at a love letter. And I feel like I'm allowed to make these claims because when, you know, they Zero Dark 30'd him, they found this whole a bunch of books. It's on CIA.gov. If you look up, like, about the Illuminati, Osama bin Laden was literally, like, obsessed with my bloodline. But, like, not just my bloodline, but, like, my bloodline was one of the fucking 13 bloodlines that he was, like, honed in on. And so